spring resolutions. Please welcome Maurice Redden.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. A case for spring resolutions we'll discuss tonight. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about the history of resolutions, the ramifications of those resolutions on our history and our present, and how we can change the acts of our ancestors and right them in the right direction. So resolutions, I say spring resolutions. Some of you probably say, what does that mean, spring resolutions? New Year's resolutions you mean, right? No, I mean spring resolutions. This is how things should be. These are things that actually have been in the past. I did a little research for this speech tonight, and I found out that over 4,000 years ago, the Babylonians actually celebrated resolutions in the springtime. So actually the conversation we've had tonight is very, very timely for my discussion tonight. So Babylonians actually, at this time of year, during the vernal equinox, whatever that day may have been for them, they would actually have week-long celebrations for spring. And they would have resolutions starting off with the starting up of planting crops, and the start of spring obviously is a time of a natural time of the year when things were starting to come to life, and obviously planting crops and those sorts of things were coming about. So the Babylonians actually started this over 4,000 years ago. Who would you have to blame for what's changed now? The Romans, I tell you. It's the Romans. So the Romans, as they've been all over the world, obviously conquering, around 153 BC, they actually changed the times that were going on before to more of a calendar year that we have now. So, and changed the process of making New Year's resolutions at the start of the year in January. Now, the problem we have here is that, think about New Year's resolutions. First of all, any research you do online, you'll find out as well that resolutions are not very well kept by most people. And some 20% of people actually stop their or fail their resolutions within 2 weeks. 33% of 30 people within a month have broken their resolutions, and 4 out of 5, 80% have actually broken their resolutions in sometime within the first 6 months of the year. So why is that happening? It's because of the time of the year. Think about it. January is cold. Most of the days are short. There's snow outside, especially for this part of the country. And how does that help facilitate New Year's resolutions? Most of our resolutions are about what? They're about health and fitness, right? So who wants to go out and work out in the middle of the winter? Eating better. Where can you find some good vegetables and some good things like that in the wintertime to help you facilitate those types of things? So I say that the time of the year has really messed up the whole resolution process altogether. And that's why we're having such a hard problem with keeping our resolutions and helping us to stay on track with making ourselves better lives. So that's why I'm pushing for that we actually moving our resolutions back to spring resolutions. Think about it, spring. The snow is melting. Hope springs eternal. You have the birds chirping. You have the flowers blooming. This is the time of year when we're excited. Think about the days are longer. We want to be outside. We're motivated to get out and ride our ATVs and four-wheelers. We're excited about getting outside and going out for walks with our dogs and things of that nature. Spring is the time we should have resolutions. And we should start doing this now, and I'm going to lead the charge for this. So, what am I going to do about this? I'll tell you what I'm doing. Right now, I've already started this, is starting a new challenge, a 28-day challenge for spring. And this is true. I can verify all this. My wife can back it up as well. I've actually started blogging about this on my blog. You can check it out at mauricered.com. I started a 28-day spring challenge to help people achieve a better life, but also to emphasize the fact that we should have spring resolutions. No more New Year's resolutions. Just get rid of them altogether. Spring resolutions. So what am I doing as part of this resolutions? This 28-day challenge is I am going for a 10-minute walk every day. I am doing 50 push-ups and 100 sit-ups every day for 28 days. And I'm also going to be doing 10 minutes of meditation as well a day. So this is something that I've been starting up, and we've been getting some great response around this. And I think we're starting a new movement that people are really going to feed into and really going to like as well. And think about it, fitting into the weather, people are more excited. You're getting ready for the summertime, obviously. We're going to be getting ready for your bathing suits and going outside and doing whatever you do. So you obviously have a little bit more motivation to do more dieting and those sorts of things. Springtime, you have farmers markets and things of that nature going on. Check out your almanacs and see when that takes place. And you actually will have fresh food to eat and fresh vegetables coming straight from the garden, so you can eat more healthier and have a better diet. So all these things are coming into place, and it's not just about me, it's really about nature. And we're just following the process of nature, and we're actually getting back to our ancestors, to how they started this. And it just makes a lot of sense if you look at this and think about it as we've been researching and looking at the history of this. This is how things should be done. So I encourage you to join me on this new spring revolution, so that we can start things back the way they used to be and get us back to our roots. Thank you, Mr. Tabletop Master.